So, welcome to Designing a Personal Budget. Since we're so close to October, my favorite time of year, I thought I'd start off with a funny Halloween joke. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a jack-o'-lantern by its diameter? Pumpkin pie. Hi, my name's Desiree, and in this module, I'll be going over something called finance, more specifically, a simple budget. What exactly is a budget? A budget contains a record of one's salary versus their necessary expenses and luxury items. What's the main idea of a budget? It's a record of a monthly budget, permits one to strategize spending on necessary expenses or luxuries, possibly save into the future. What are parts or features of building a budget? It's where you gather all your financial accounts and all your sources of income and create a list of regular or semi-annual expenditures. You can separate those and find out the grand total of both and make any adjustments if you need to. A couple of examples I decided to follow up on from the chapter were about an individual's pay per year and tracking expenses and how much money one can actually spend on luxury items every year. Marlene, for instance, makes $1,023 approximately per year times 26 pay periods, which is about $26,599 as her annual income. I'm wanting to convey here with this graph what a budget looks like on the right, just a simple budget. Tremaine brings home $2,746 per month approximately, minus $1,647 in expenses. He has about $1,100 left over for luxury items. Most of the time that doesn't happen to people. But what's important to you when you're designing a personal budget? Necessary expenses. This is just one of my vocabulary terms. These are items or services you absolutely must buy, like food, clothing, shelter. Luxury, say this with me. Luxury, it's defined as the state of great comfort and extravagant living. This slide shows how a student brings coffee to class each day that costs $6.50 per day, multiplied by a year would be $2,372.50. Considered a luxury items, I think you can buy about 6 months worth of groceries with that. Too much luxury will lead you to debt. Raise your hand if you've ever been in debt. How would you show your understanding of financial accounts? Again, this is utility bills, bank statements, credit card accounts. Can you elaborate on adjusting expenses? If you realize you're going to be short, you may need to make a revision to take money from one place and pay it with another bill, like a water bill. How would you prioritize your budget model if you had more money than expenses? If you're in this place with leftover money, I would take the extra cash and pay off a high interest credit card. These are just examples of simple budgets. You don't need extravagant ones, but Excel does have some nice ones already pre-formulated, and they're pretty simple to use. These work good too. This was a demonstration, just a simple few-minute overview of how to look at one's finances, more precisely just a budget, and how to do outgoing bills. I hope you learned a new vocabulary term or prioritize or a simple technique. Thank you for watching. Please welcome Jarvis up next.
So do I go right now? I'll start now?
Yes.
Okay, well, mine is finances and Excel budget and the pie chart. It's, let me see. Okay, I'll show and explain how to calculate. I'll show and explain how to create a personal budget in Excel and explain why percentages of a budget must be calculated to create a pie chart. Okay, creating an Excel budget. First step, you open Microsoft Excel. 2, you click the search bar. 3, type budget and hit enter. And 4, you select template. 5, click to create. 6, fill out your template. And 7, save your personal budget. a sample is, this is a sample of an Excel budget on a spreadsheet. It's the green is your income, and the pink is your expenses, and the green is how much money that's coming in, and how much money that's coming in for the month, and the pink is how much expenses like that you have to pay for it. And particularly in this picture right here, you have 3,750 coming in for the month, and your expenses that you have to pay is 2,336. And so left over after the month is comes your balance, and with all that after expenses and stuff, you come up with $1,414, which is 62%, which is 62% of how much money you spent. Okay, and this sample right here is pretty self-explanatory. It's one income, and you have two incomes, which how much money you make for the month, which is $2,500, and another income is $1,000, and you got other stuff that you need. That's $250. That's really much. Okay, this sample is breaking down like specific details of how much you'll be spending, like for gas, the cell phone, or your car purchases, groceries and stuff like that. It's giving you like the exact amount of expenses that you have to pay for the month. So while making a pie chart and explaining the percentage, explaining why percentages of a budget must be calculated to create a pie chart is okay. So pie chart, you need, when you making a pie chart, okay, you click in Excel. It's like in Excel. Excel comes up, and you type like a budget, like it says budget right there, and it comes up, and you can type like mortgage and your car and all that stuff, and you give a, when you add a number, when you add up a number, when you add up all your numbers to it, it equals the pie chart. It'll equal up to 100%. So like for mortgage, how much you owe, like how much is that? Yeah. Then a car, 100, 350 you might spend for the month on a car. Food, you might spend $400, and etc. All others. Savings, you might save $100. Okay. So when you put that into a pie chart, it breaks up like all the expenses that you have to put into that month, like into like a chart, a pie chart that you, it's like a pie a pie chart that break down the details of stuff, and like it creates the percentages of what you spend for the month. And that's it really. So I guess I'm done.